In this chapter, we will cover the rules for the correct expression of scientific numbers.
Math here is not past your ken, but a little review once again. Exponential notation, expression, translation, you'll sharpen your powers of 10. When we're making calculations, we have to make sure that we don't pretend to have more accuracy than we really do. And in doing that, we use a system called scientific notation and significant numbers. And I'll explain that and what that means.
There are 6 rules that we will look at. This is Rule 1. Non-zero numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are always significant. So, for example, in this number here, 12,005, the 1, the 2, and the 5 are significant. Rule 2. Zeros between non-zero numbers are always significant, and that makes those 2 zeros significant. So rules 1 and 2 taken together make all 5 of those numbers significant. Rule 3. Zeros which are to the right of the decimal point and simultaneously at the end of the number are significant. So for example, if we look at this number here, 7, 5 are significant. And these 2 numbers here, which are to the right and simultaneously at the end, are also therefore significant. But these 4 zeros here are not. Rule 4. Zeros which are to the left of the decimal point and in a number greater than or equal to 10 are significant. So for example, this number here, 100.3, those 2 zeros are significant. Let's look at another example. We already have seen that in this number here, only the 4 digits on the right are significant. But if I put a 5 in front of that number, then those 4 digits are still significant. So is the 5, and that makes all 4 of these zeros in between significant as well. Rule 5. When multiplying 2 numbers, the number of significant figures in the product cannot be more than the number of significant figures in the least accurately known factor. For example, if a man drives a car at 30 miles per hour for 135 hours, how many miles will he have driven? Let's make a little table. The first column is factors. Second, number of significant figures. Third, significant figures allowed in the product, and the fourth column is product in miles. My first factor is 30 miles per hour, which must be between 29.5 and 30.4 miles per hour. My second factor is 135 hours, and that must be between 134.5 and 135.4 hours. My speed is known to 2 significant figures. My hours is known to 3 significant figures. But the significant figures allowed in the product is only the smaller of those 2 numbers, which is 2. Where I might be tempted to show the product of 30 miles per hour and 135 hours as 4,060 miles, I really don't know that number in that much accuracy, because that's 4 significant figures. So I could write it this way, 4.06 times 10 to the third, that's better, but that's still 3 significant figures. And the only way I can really scientifically express that with validity is 4.1 times 10 to the third miles, which only has 2 significant figures. Rule 6 says that when adding numbers, the number of significant figures in the sum cannot be more than the number of significant figures in the least accurately known number, but the lowest number of digits after the decimal point are also significant, and we're going to have to illustrate this. What is the sum of the following masses? And there are 5. We'll first look at the significant figures in each one by itself. In the first number, I have 4, then I have 3, I have 6, 7, and 5. If I add these all up, I get arithmetically this that has 8 significant figures. The number of significant figures I can actually have in the final answer is going to be 3 plus 1, because I have 1 digit to the right of the decimal point, and that is the lowest number of digits to the right of the decimal point. So I actually get 1 additional significant figure for that, and that gives me 4 in the answer, which is 740.5 grams. Now, it can feel painful to do that because you think you're throwing away a lot of accuracy, but that's accuracy that you're not entitled to in the first place.
In the video itself, you'll see many examples of my use of scientific notation and significant figures.